Good Friday afternoon, everyone. I went thrifting, so I decided to do as I usually do. I just come live. As a matter of fact, I haven't been gone back from the thrift too long. So I decided to come on here and show you some really amazing things that I just happened to locate this afternoon. Before you come into the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So, my next auction will be next Thursday on the 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This one is even going to be more spectacular than the last one because I've got the stuff. So I hadn't been thrifting in a while, and I'm glad I went in because I found something really amazing and just my style, vintage. That's how I roll, and that's what I like to pick out. I think a lot of my people that buy from me do enjoy that glass, so I try to accommodate, and so we'll give it just a few more minutes for people to come in, and it's Friday the 13th. Oh, wow. Well, we know that that date does come around every now and then, so I'm not superstitious. I think we make our own luck, really. So we'll give it just a few minutes, and of course, I'll show you what I showed the last time I was on, and this was this beautiful vintage Anchor Hocking. I did discover that in my trunk I actually have some other larger bowls. I think I do have these bowls. It's beautiful bubble. It's got that beautiful tinge of blue in it. And I do have some larger bowls in my trunk. So I did not discover that until I went out there to dig out the other things. But this is a very beautiful set, and this will be up for grabs on my next auction. Now, I'll be on with Nana Tink Sunday. Let me go ahead and drop her link. Every year she usually has something for her channel members to come on and sell. So I will drop that link. I'm not for sure. I think she starts at noon. I'm not for sure when I'm going to be on, but I will go ahead and drop that link in the chat. You don't want to miss it. There's going to be a lot of amazing, amazing sellers there. And I will drop that link in the chat. Let's see here. But she is an amazing lady. She is a good friend, a really sweet person. So let me go in and see if I can't. Let's see. There's that. And I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go back in on this live, and we will drop the link there if I can find myself. So here we go. Let's see if this works. So I will come. Let me turn it down first. I know people do not want to be blasted. Hey, Dana. Welcome in, sweetie. Oh, thank you. I had this in my stash, and it had pearls on it. I just decided to throw it on. I'm going to drop Nana Tink's link into the chat so that you guys don't miss it. It's Sunday. I'll be on there too. I'm not for sure when, but she will start at noon. A lot of you know Nana Tink, and that should have hit. There we go. There is her YouTube channel. She's a sweet, sweet lady. And so I decided to go out. Oh, I got good news while I was thrifting. So I get a text message, and I noticed it was, from the dentist office. The last numbers are 4 or 5, so kind of sticks with you. So they said that those teeth will be in. They're coming in on the 19th, and my appointment's on his very last day. Yes, I'm going to be on with Nana She has every now and then she has an auction for her channel members to come on and sell things. So I will be on with Nana Sunday. I don't know when. I think she starts at about noon, and that will be this coming Sunday. And next Thursday, I will be having an auction. And if you thought last time's auction was awesome, wait till this one. There are going to be things that when I said sparkle and glass on that, I really, really meant that. But yeah, there is her link. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Nana Tink. But as I was in my car is not, everything's in a box, but it's in the trunk. But I also found some larger of these as well. There were some larger bowls, that with that light blue in it. So, oh yeah, it's going to be Glass City. But I did find some more pieces to it. And so I did this thrift and they carried things out for me. And I said, I may have something in my trunk. I said, you're probably going to have to put it on the back seat. So they put it on my back seat. They're always really nice to carry my stuff out to the car because they know how I am and they know that how I do heavy stuff. So they're always good about that. And hopefully these teeth come in because his last day is on the 20th. And I really prefer for him to do it because after all, the place, he sold his business. He has been a dentist for 40 years. I've had several packages from the West Coast that are way late. Yeah, we're in that season where things are iffy and, it is kind of scary to know that the way they handle our packages. But I tell you, I know it's every year, it's always a very long wait. And the sellers really do try to get your things to you in time for Christmas, but sometimes we know the postal system can be unpredictable and things like that. But yeah, there will be quite a few delays. And I'm sure after the holiday season, the postal system will take a deep breath from all the packages going through. But, yeah, and fingers crossed, you just never know when that package. Shoot, I got 1, 2, 3. I've got a couple downstairs that I haven't opened yet. And one of them is a really nice Dana Buckman jacket, and it's in a brown, something that I don't wear a lot of brown, but I thought, hey, that's a good price. I'm going to get that. Yeah, fingers crossed, because 'tis the season for delays, and you have to pack your patience sometimes. But I'm looking forward to the after Christmas sale that I know this thrift store will be having. I know they will. And man, if you don't get there early, I'm going to have to fix something because you're not going to get a cart. I mean, you might as well forget it. I'm going to have to devise. I might bring a wagon. Who knows? Because, when things are, I don't know what their plans are for that sale, but I know they're going to have one. They had one for Father. They have it for kind of all the holidays, but I will be getting they're implants. So there's healing caps on them now. I was able to get in there. They scheduled me, and I know they dreaded it because I was really, so I walk in there and they say, you got to fill these papers out. I said, what are you talking about? I said, after this is over with, I don't intend to walk through those doors again. Well, just in case. And they was really starting to make me mad. And they said, well, come on around here. Yes. Oh yeah. On the very day, his last day. So I came around there and I said, "You mean to tell me this $4,000 plus the $2,000 I'm going to pay you today, that I'm going to cut? You don't know who the dentist is, and I'm going to come in, and if this gets messed up, it's going to really be ugly." And I said, "Trust me, it will." I said, "I just don't trust anyone to, because this was expensive. I mean, we're talking 7 grand, 2 teeth, and I said, I don't want my stuff messed up. And when I get, I mean, I'm not a mean person, but when money's involved and something in your mouth, it's time to, and I went ahead and went back, and they called me back, and the dentist said, "Honey, I'm so sorry." He said, "It wasn't me." He said, "They had me triple booked." So he would have had to have been with 3 people at the same time. And I said, "They don't want to get me started." I said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "You made this place. This started out, it was a house. He bought it and then he built onto it to have the rooms for his patients." I said, "You made this place. You're a big part of this community. And for them to treat you like that," I said, "almost makes me want to go up there and start it again." But I said, "I won't, because you got to do some work. But, I'm sure it'll be okay." But, it's like there's no respect anymore. You're just, he's got a lot of people that have seen him and still see him to this day. And for people to, you don't want to go in some place and think, and they can't tell you. Now, they knew he was retiring a year ago, so they should know who's going in there. So I don't know. So whoever goes in there, if they're expecting a big menagerie of clients, they're leaving, just like I told them. I said, "They're going to be dropping like flies, and I'll be daggone if I wasn't right." And see, me and my husband both went. So I said, it will not only be me, it'll be him too, because he does what I tell him. Manny, welcome in, sweetheart. Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing fine. I hope everyone is having bad weather, being safe and warm. Thinking of everyone from different states. Know that this person always with us. Yes, God's always in control, Minnie. And Minnie finally caught me. There you go, Miss Minnie. It's good to see you, hon. But this ordeal will be over with, and he's going to retire, and I'm going to really miss him. But you know what? I told him, he said, "Well, I could have stayed another year." And I said, "Look here." I said, "You put your 40 years in. Go home and do the things you want to do, sleep in late." I said, "You know what? We never know how our health is going to be. Enjoy your time off. You earned it." And I said, "Besides, everything happens for a reason." So, you know me, I'm the type of person that if I think something, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to be mean about it, but I'm not going to mince any words. But I wasn't always like this. So I have got the most beautiful punch bowl you guys have ever seen. I know that a punch bowl is a punch bowl is a punch bowl, but not this one. Thank you, Minnie. I'm glad to see you, sweetheart. This is amazing. I saw it. I'm like, stars. They wouldn't let me put it on the counter, so they gave me this big box, and I said, "Here, let me combine it so I can get it, so we can not have it in shreds." So this is amazing, guys. I couldn't believe it. I'll just show it to you. So I am really excited. This next auction, guys, is going to be off the charts. Just saying. Now, we'll start out with the cups. This is old, guys. Look at that. But the best feature, and this is what really bowled me over. See that right there? It hooks over the bowl. And I think there's 1, 2, 12. Hey, Laura, welcome in. But I was totally amazed by that. I think that's a special feature that, a lot of times they have the metal ones. This is old. Look at the bottom of it. And how beautiful is that? Oh, so let's dig out all of these beautiful cups. And I do have the punch bowl. And notice the shape. Notice that shape on that. These are really special. They're not crystal. I had this really cute young man. He was talking to me. He goes, "Oh, that's nice." And he was probably 35, but he was nice looking. And then they're all in good shape. There's no chips or cracks. And he even came back through, and he was still talking. So naturally, me with the gift for gab, you know how I am. So I'll get that bowl out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It was my lucky day. Even the young man that helped carry that stuff out was very attractive as well. Here we go. Strap your seatbelts on. So, oh my God, guys, this is just, ooh. I know y'all excited. I can feel it. Okay, this was an extra piece that came with it. That's not the punch bowl, guys. But I don't know what purpose it serves, but it is in the same pattern. So let me put it over here, guys. I got all this for one price. Okay, guys, here we go. How gorgeous is that? There's your bottom. And as I told you, I don't know what this bowl serves, but it did come with it. It was sitting down in it. So we'll put that little baby over there. But oh my gosh, this was really, you hear that sound? You know that only means one thing. Isn't it gorgeous? Let me set it up for you guys. This is amazing. So we hang our little cups on the edge like so. Isn't that beautiful? And there's a bunch of these cups as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's enough that goes all the way around. Isn't that beautiful? And this is old too. And I thought that this feature was just amazing. You don't see this made like that unless it's high end. I think the bowl itself, I heard a ting a minute. Maybe it's because of that. I'm not for sure if it is or not. But when the cups aren't on it, it has that tang to it. And just imagine you setting a table for a special occasion with this and the cups all hanging around it, and mercy, mercy. And there it goes. The cups go all the way around. Isn't that Hey, Ducky. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see ya. But couldn't you imagine entertaining with this and gazing upon something like that? Mm-mm-mm. So naturally, they had them all hanging on there. And since I had to put them in a box, I put all the cups into the container. Nothing got broke, thank goodness. But isn't that beautiful? Let me take a quick picture, guys, and see what it says about it. We know it's vintage, we know that, but I just thought, this is not round, which is another amazing point. When do you see this? This is older, and we're just about to find out how old it is. And you guys know I might just pop on here like a, but when nothing's hanging on it, it sounds crystal. Has that ting. So we're gonna see what this exactly, the date on this. This is beautiful, man alive. I'm glad I went in there today. Wouldn't want to miss something like that. Here, let me hang this on there, maybe, so it'll include it. So this is what you use when rich kinfolk come, right? Let's get a picture. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Let's see. Now instead of Google, I have Bixby Vision because I have a new phone. So it's on. Don't tell me that's not the right one. It's not an Anchor Hawking, but it is vintage. Let me look at it again. Let's see. Gorgeous hand cut glass. I don't think that's it. Hang on just a second. Let's see. I'm not seeing it right away, but it is vintage. You can tell by. Let me. Okay, Minnie, I just got your I can't find this, guys, but I know it's vintage. I mean, there's no doubt. What I'm trying to nail down is exactly what that kind of looks like it. That's more at the bottom. But anyway, I cannot find the exact one, and I cannot find anything. This is a bonus right here to have a complete round set of these things. That almost never happens. But what I'm here to tell you, it is old. It has a very beautiful, kind of looks like a starburst on the bottom part of it. I see a lot of them listed, but none of them have cups that go with them. So it is, I think it's, hey, Brian, welcome in. It does sound like crystal, except, if I take the cups off of it. Yes, Brian, it's vintage. Welcome in, sweetheart. Somebody's got a loud car. But I just thought that is really, really a special thing going on there. Of course, there's your starburst on the bottom. So it is gorgeous, and that's just one of the beauties that will befall you guys. Now, like I said, I will be on with Nana Tink on Sunday. She has her member auction where people can come in and get 30 minutes and do their thing. But y'all know I'm not gonna. These beauties will be saved for you guys. So worry not, because I know exactly what I'm doing. So, I got to save them for my people first. What kind of a person would I be if I, so take that deep breath. I'm not going to offer none of this for sale. And here's the matching. I don't know what that's for, but it matches. So, y'all know that well, I don't know if you'd call it Christmas, or I put, it's next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I put sparkle and glass, and there'll be glass sparkling and a lot of eyes sparkling as well. Yeah, we're doing pretty good, Brian. Lord have mercy. I got a big old box in the hallway. Excuse me just a minute. Let's see, I did Where's that bag that had that jewelry in it? Aha. I should have a bag that has jewelry in it. It may be in the second bag. Hang on just a second. Oh my goodness, what a box. No, we are not done yet. Let me do a balancing act with this box. Lord, no wonder I got muscular legs. It's coming up them steps. Of course, Shannon brought it up here. Hey, Sissy Winks. Yeah, it could be for Christmas candy. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Welcome in, Sissy Winks. So good to see you. I haven't seen you. Oh, the tiger's eye. Act beautiful, just beautiful. Yes, Minnie, you know how anal I am about shipping. I like to send it. I'm that way. I've always been really conscious of what, I'm just one of those people that do it right. I've always been that way. I'm a little old, but it's all good. Oh, goodness. I can't believe I found that. So, guys, this is amazing, and I'll tell you why. For one thing, it's vintage. Yeah, I really try to, I look at you guys each as individuals. Hey, Joanne, welcome in. We got glass aplenty. And I really do. When I'm preparing your stuff to ship out, I think about each and every one of you and just how, I don't know, just how much I think of you guys and I appreciate you and I really do. I really do. Look at that bad boy. We got something special or what? Look at that, and it is vintage, but look at the two-toned yellow on the bottom. Minnie said, oh no. But like I said, guys, I have other things to sell, and this fresh batch will be coming your way because I take care of you guys. I know what you look at the detail on that. Isn't that beautiful? There's your bottom. Well, yeah, you could put you a little Waldorf salad in there. Joanne said she bets it glows, and guess your girl's got her black light right here. Let's see. Joanne's really up on it when it comes to glass. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I think you have a point there, Joanne. Are we glowing, guys? Okay, we're gonna gotta be vintage, yeah, Brian. I'm an old soul. But the thing that amazed me, guys, look at the yellowish, but look at the red on top. I was talking to a lady when I picked this up. People come up to me and talk to me all the time. I guess have a magnetic personality, I guess. And we were talking, and she goes, I bet that one right there is a good one. I said, I think you have a point there. I don't quite recall what this is, but we're about to find out. But I don't know, there's something about it that really drew me in, guys. It's like, so we're going to use Bixby Vision if it doesn't have the It's because of the phone company that I went with. Oh my goodness. So Joanne said, can be in. Okay, I'll tell y'all what it is. This is LG Right, Right, Ambergina. Ambergina. Good, Minnie. I hope you're. I've got to get the rest of your things out. You're like, woman, get busy. Okay, let's see here. It's Ambergina. Vintage. It's vintage Ambergina. Let me see what Etsy says about it. Let's see. See more. It is. Their description is a very pretty Ambergina glass dish jar. Well, that's not it. I don't think it has a. I'm not seeing it. Hang on, but it's vintage Ambergina Daisy Button compote candy dish. And Brian said, order a new jigsaw so I can get to cutting some wood. Isn't that beautiful? But yeah, this is special, guys. It is vintage Ambergina. The patterning is button. Look at that in the light. I think that's what had me kind of look at the differential of color from the bottom is kind of yellowish. And then as you move it in, look at the detail. Now, somebody didn't play when they put this together. Brian's going to cut some wood. Thank you. I had that. I bought that. It's been in my bedroom. It's got little pearls on the thing. But in that, the cats, and I have another piece like that too. Brian, I could not spell. It could be any day that I couldn't spell. Good thing I was never in a spelling bee. I would have lost. Thank you so much. Isn't it? I knew when I seen it and I held it up to, when you hold this up to a direct light, how beautiful that thing is. And I think I have another. Oh, Lord have mercy. This one's even more different, guys. This one, I believe it may be something different. Thank you, Minnie. Ta-da! Do you think that this is the same as what we just looked at? Look at the foot. Now that is really neat. It's kind of textured. Hey Austin, welcome in, sweetie. Let's do a quick Google. Isn't that amazing? Let's do a quick let's ask. Thank you so much, Joanne. It may be the same thing, very much so. We'll go back and we'll take a look. Let's see. This one, the red, it's a little different, guys, but not much. Because this one has more of a deeper red to it versus this one here, where it's a little more opaque and orangey. So, man, it's going to be a glass free for all come next Thursday. Let's see. This, yeah. Okay. You're like, how does she continually find this stuff? Oh boy. If that's what I think it is, let me confirm it. I think it is a. I think it is. Okay, I found it. Let's see here. I'd rather for it to be Fenton, but it's a. The description is faceted glass compote, red glass footed bowl, vintage colored glass collectible. And I did find the very one that it is. Look at that color it's textured on the bottom. And that's what it looks like. You have your very detailed, I guess they would call that sawtooth or whatever. But I thought it may have been like the other one, but this one's different. Let me see if it goes further in detail about that. Like I said, I don't see how they get this stuff without it being totally decimated, but yeah, faceted glass compote, red glass footed bowl, vintage colored glass collectible. So it is collectible, and I can see why. I like that variation where it comes down right there and then that yellow right there. I like that feature on it. Then it's kind of textured. Oh, it's got a K on the bottom. Wonder what that. I didn't notice that, guys. It has a K on the bottom. This is interesting. Let me see how far this goes. If it shows the bottom of this thing, this has got a K on the bottom. Yeah, it's just like it, but they're not showing the bottom. They're showing everything but the bottom. So this may warrant more investigation, but it does. It has a K, and it's on there for a reason, and I'm not for sure why, but it does. I don't know what that stands for or whatever like that, but it does have a K on there. And this other one, they don't show you. It shows everything else but the bottom. You would think that they would show the bottom of that piece, but not this one, guys. So we're going to have one heck of a wing ding or whatever you want to call it. But okay, while Sissy Winks is in the chat, I want to show her this and some people that may have missed it. Look at that. It has that crystal ping to it. And look at your cups. And I have a whole thing of cups, but I didn't want that to be missed because it is beautiful. Isn't that amazing? We're just not talking any punch bowl. We're talking about an old one with lots of what I call savoir faire to it. So we will very gingerly, gently put this over here. I don't know. Every time I go in there, it's an adventure, just saying. And this one, guys, I did not Google it. I just kind of went on intuition, and what I seem to be really good at is picking out that old glass. So, but anyway, and we'll Google shot this because, guys, I have no clue what that is. It may be that what do they call that? Mikasha, the one I have a problem pronouncing. Look at that, guys. The Mikasha. And this is a serving tray. Here is this side of it. Isn't that beautiful? And this is indented and it's frosted. So we're going to take a little looky-see to see exactly if this is a Mishika piece. Couldn't you imagine this? Even, I know it's a serving tray, but on someone's dresser, and at the end of the night, you put your jewelry in there, or even in your bathroom and you could put makeup or perfume bottles on it, or yeah, aren't they amazing? There's your handle right there. I mean, they really decked this out, and I think it's Mikasha, but we'll see to make for sure. Thank you guys for being here. You know me, I come on like a storm. Oh my goodness. Sissy Wings has an alabaster punch bowl for eggnog. Now, that's worth a lot of money. I have one alabaster piece, and it's downstairs, and it's a trinket box. It's about yay long, and it's alabaster, and it's a peachy pink color. Alabaster, you're sitting on a gold mine because that alabaster don't get that cheap. That's for sure. Let's take a quick look see to see what we have here. I think it's Mikasha. I could be wrong, but Mikasha's very they have a certain thing about them with the frosted glass type like they're showing here. That is more beautiful. I just picked it up because I thought it was the burger vintage. Let me get rid of that notification there. Thank you. So, did I get a good picture of it? Let me see. Oh my goodness. No way. No, that's not it. We would have had, if this would have been what I thought it was, we would have had a vintage rare Rene Laqui or whatever. I can't even say it. Let me get that off of there. Here, let me tilt it upward. This is a beautiful piece. Let me put it against something that's we're not gonna have a problem with here. Daggone it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I'll just hold it. All right. Lights, camera, action. Let me hold it right here. Dang, this is heavy. I can't. Here, let me tip it up. Let me do an overhead shot of that thing. I can't get it to cooperate. Let's see here. Let's get the whole thing. Alrighty then. If it's that one thing, I really would have rolled out of this chair. So let's see what we have. Bixby Vision. Let's see what Bixby says. Alrighty then. This is from Vintage Essentials Tuscany. That is not Tuscany because it's TOS. Tuscany Collection Vintage. Let's get a little more information on that. This is a Vintage Essentials Tuscany Collection print temps 3-part relish serving dish. There are section in this rectangular serving dish with the underside having embossed frosted flowers. Both handles are shaped like leaves and frosted. So this is old and it is shaped like leaves, as you can see right there. So we have another vintage, killer vintage piece again. And I thought it was however, you all know what I'm talking about. The M word that I always mess up, but there's your, isn't that stunning, to say the least. So there you have it. We had something better than it. Mika's is pretty good. It's pretty popular. Next. Brian, hold on to your seat. I'm just telling you right now. Prepare to be amazed. That's all I'm saying. This was really one heck of a find. And it was right in there as you first go in to the left. Are you ready, Brian? Look at that. You know I'm going to steady you if something big's coming up. So look at that. Look at the bottom. Back it up a little bit. And I think it is vintage. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I know it. That's Brian. That's why I told you to hang on to your seat there, because I know what you like. He said she's sitting up there, that little temptress. No, I try to get things that, I know you guys, we happen to like the same thing. Look at that. And look how big that is. It's that big. And if it's when I was taking that picture, let's go back and pull that picture up. It's approximately, oh Lord, this is way over isn't that beautiful? And it's really delicate. Look how it swirls, and it almost reminds me of milk glass, but I don't think it is. So I'm about ready to tell y'all. I seen that and I'm like, boy, don't that look yummy. But it's a very, what you would call an abstract type thingy. And I'll look it back up. There we go. So let me dig out there it is. Let's ask Bixby or whoever he is. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Is that the one? No way. So would you stop talking and tell us what it is? So there's many of them in here. Let me get the one that I believe that is more like it. That's amazing. Or you get a collector of these things and there'll be a bidding war that you wouldn't believe. Let's see what it says. Okay, it says this is a 13-inch art glass vase, free blown. So we're looking at art glass. Yeah, it does look like milk glass, and I thought it was at first, but as I hold it up to the light, it doesn't appear to be so. I did locate the very one, and it is art glass. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's art glass. And for somebody that art glass free blown at the best, let's see. So it's 13 inches tall and it's an art glass vase. Now let's go back and see if we can find something that tells us even more. Hey, Jessica, welcome in, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Jessica. And you know what, Jessica, because there was a lot of sharing of that last auction because I reached 1.1K views on that. And I thank you, Jessica. Jessica always shares people out. And sometimes when you share with one person, they'll share with somebody else and so on. But I was just flabbergasted that I had that many views on that last auction. So now we need to match the subscriptions with that, right? But isn't that amazing? Just an amazing. And look at the ruffled at the top. Isn't that amazing? 13 inches tall. Art glass. Kind of reminds me of milk glass, but that's what they said it was. Beautiful ruffling on that. If you get someone, I think this is like an abstract design. Man, if you put something like this up, there would be an absolute free-for-all. I just have to step back and just let them go. But yeah, isn't that amazing? Brian got 3 killer vases. He got those amber glass. And they're worth one of them, the smallest one, is worth a lot of money, and he's got all three. I don't know, Brian. I don't know if, oh my goodness, it's got sparkle in it. I don't know, if you've ever seen glass blown, and of course they have this big thing and they put it in the fire. And I don't know, Brian, unless during the blowing process that they dab this glass in there. I don't know. That would be very interesting to watch a video on how they did that, but it's just really, it just screams sophistication. Amazing colors. I love those colors in there. I don't know. Wouldn't it be amazing to go to a place where they make stuff like this and see from they start to the end? But this is an amazing, and this on the bottom is like clear, as you can see. So this one, a lot of time was spent on this beautiful vase. Like I said, you get the right people, and man, they'll be like throwing a steak into a pit bull pen with two or three pit bulls. But isn't that? I think that's. I saw that, and I was just like, just I could electricity went off when I seen it. But no, it would be interesting to know how they do that. Let me put that where it's not going to get broke. Okay. So, we're not done yet. Those are more of the cups. I said, when that girl just goes shopping, she kills it. Okay, Joanne. Joanne is very proficient in glass. So I'm going to show her this and ask her what she thinks that is. Isn't that a lovely shade of green? Got little got little feet on it, and that's amazing. It's like almost like a blue green. It's next Thursday, which I believe is the 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today's Friday the 13th. So it will be next Thursday, the 19th, and it will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But isn't that the most I have yet to get green glass. You might be surprised what this is. This is actually vintage anchor hawking is what this is. You have your little feet on the bottom. And she is old, guys. Is she old? It's anchor hawking. Let me do that look up again because I know I took a picture of it, and that's what it was. I've never had a green piece of green glass before. See, you just never know what you're going to find when you're back it up, back it up. So it is nice. It's almost a blue green almost. So I know it's anchor hawking. I remember doing the. So I think that's the one. Thank you so much, Jessica. That's very sweet of you. I do appreciate you for that. And hey, guys, sharing does work. It really does. I was really let me make sure I got the right one. Yeah. This is an anchor hawking forest green oyster and pearl 8.5 across glass fruit berry bowl that is anchor hawking. Man, it had a handle on it, didn't it? Forest green, oyster, and pearl. I guess that's part of the design, but it is pretty. Wait a minute here. Let me bring out the glowy. No, it's not uranium, but it's nice. Oh yeah, it's vintage for sure. Let me go in here and see what else. 8.5 footed. I like more detail. Let me see this one. There's one on Etsy. Yep, that's the one. Let's see what it says. Anchor Hawking Forest Green Purple Inspiration 3-footed bowl. And that's what it is. And it says dots and swirls adorn this gorgeous green bowl. 8.5 diameter, 3 inches high, versatile salads, desserts, fill decor, you decide, no chips or cracks. Yeah, it's old. Yep, she's an old one. I didn't know Anchor Hawking must have did more than just, well, as you can see, that's what this is. And I did find a couple larger bowls as well. I did find there was a couple of the bigger ones in my trunk, this bubble, and that is definitely vintage. And but anywho, isn't that I've never, I wouldn't think about buying green glass until I seen that beauty, and then I was all in. Yep, she's a vintage. Thank you, Jess, for coming in. I appreciate you sharing this. I really appreciate it. You have a good night, sweetie. Jessica visits a lot of chats. She shares people out, and she's a sweet lady. Have a good night, Jessica. I'm sure I'll see you another bat time, another bat channel. So, moving on. Seems like I should have had more. Okay, this one. Now we're talking some old glass right up in here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? There's your, and I'll tell you exactly, well, it probably needs to be cleaned up. Yep. They say dust and whatever is free, but isn't that amazing? It's a big one too. It's about that big. And hey, Trish, welcome in, sweetheart. Could the K on the bottom of the Ambergina compote bowl be the Kemper's collection item? It's driving me crazy. I need to know that K, what that K is for. You know what? I have a downstairs. I have a vintage glass book downstairs. Kemper. Let's do this. Let's do a Google search real quick on Kemper glass because Trish, inquiring minds want to know. So we will Kemper glass dishware. More than one way to skin a cat. Let's see what we have here. That's okay because, hey, that was a big question mark in my head as well. Let's see. I didn't say tempered. I said, don't you love it when Google can't hear right? Let's do this again. Information on Kemper glassware. Now, here we go. Uh-oh. It thought I said something else, but I didn't. Let's see. This vintage set. Thomas Kemper. No, we're all here to find out the goods on everything. Wow. His name is Osborne Kemper Thomas. You're fine. Don't worry about it. See, we learn through each other sometimes. Let me see if I'm seeing anything. 20th century Osborne Kemper Thomas whiskey glass. Let's see. Let's click on that and see what we can find. It seems like they were kind of also, yeah, it probably will. Brian says sometimes Google can't hear him, or Google hears you, and it makes, you know, the way it does, it makes you feel like you're mispronouncing the word. Yes, Minnie, this is bugging my head on this. I have a big head, guys. Woo. Minnie's, she don't forget. Boy, she's got a memory like a steel trap. Now, I never really found out what these are. I do have 4 of them, but that black line is kind of synonymous with something. And like I said, this is a peachy color, and I couldn't hammer. Let's see. I think Pam said something about Franklin glass, and I think during my process, I think that did kind of come up. Here, let me fluff my hair out. I got a head full of hair, guys. But the color on this, yeah, that Minnie, because Minnie was in my mind because I was just thinking that. So, isn't that beautiful? There they are. Righto. And I think there's something very distinguishable about that black line there. But yeah, this may take a little more to do to it, but it is definitely a K. Because you know, a lot of people that are really into collecting glass, they do want to know. So, yeah, I have 4 of these, and I've yet to really. Minnie said, very rare. I found something similar. Yep, I've got 4 of them too. And man, are these babies old. Of course, they do need to be cleaned up. But yeah, they're kind of a peachy color, really beautiful. So, let me write that down in my memory about the K. And Trish, if you research it and you find anything that would be handy about indicating what that means, let me know. Send me an email, sweetie. Let me put it in the chat. Okay, there we go. It is my palms are itching, guys. What's that mean? That means I'm about to win the lottery, or not likely because I don't play it. Okay. Okay, sweetie Trish, there it is right there. Thank you so much. I'll drop that right there. There you go, sweetness. Thank you so much. But we were so in awe from everything else that we got lost in the moment, you know. Let me put this over here back where it was in a safe place. And we're going to move back to this piece. See, it doesn't have the black ring on the bottom, but yet it is a very large, that big. I'm going to get some money. Oh boy. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, this hand was itching and I'm right-handed, so is that the hand that that I'm going to you never know, you know. Could be. It could be my lucky day, but there, I'll move that in closer so you can see. That right there. It's not been cleaned or anything. It's a fresh thrift, so to speak. So let's go back to the gallery. And I know I took a picture of it. Let me look here. I'm in there snapping pictures, and sometimes it makes people curious, but alrighty then. No way. Uh-uh. It can't be. Say it's not. Here, let me enlarge that. Whew, take a deep breath. Yep. Surely this isn't what I'm thinking it is. Or what they're. Oh my gosh. I found something really similar to this, for the exception of that. And here's what it says: vintage from the 20s, antique art deco, crystal colored orange glass bowl. Okay, let me read y'all a little something here. Antique Art Deco glass bowl from the 1920s is a multi-purpose dish frequently called a compote, footed dish or bowl or pedestal bowl. Use this orange and black crystal colored glass bowl however you like. In your table decor, it is very versatile and can be used any way you wish. And its dimensions are 3.5 times 6. These pieces are obtained from an estate auction. Well, that's where they got theirs from an estate auction, an avid Czech glass and pottery collector. Also, Lancaster glass. Now, that Lancaster rings a bell with those other pieces over there. But yeah, this is from the 20s. Art Deco glass bowl from the 1920s. Now, how can something survive the hands of time? And that's what it is, from the 20s. My goodness. Man, talk about I don't know, I just get I get certain feelings about certain things, and it like draws me in. But yeah, that's got that black thing, and it is dusty, as you can see. Yeah, says Kearns Glass Company has a K on it. Might have a point there. Let me see. Pictures of Kearns dishware. It could be, it's really fun to kind of get something, and there's always a story behind every piece. Kathy Kearns. And there's always, and your imagination just goes like thinking, wow, I wonder who owned that. And, it could be, but it's amazing. Isn't that something? That was another one of those things that I was drawn to. I didn't know why, but now I do know why, because it's from the 20s. Yeah. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that one right there. Let me turn it in the right direction so we can see it appropriately. I don't know. Let's see here. There's your K right there. There she be. I cannot believe that when that person listed this, that they did not show the bottom. I knew it was Jean. I could not believe it survived. Appears the cups are from the same era. Yeah, that punch bowl is really something else. I thought it was, but something that I thought was this one. A lot of this one really amazed me as well. The variation of color, right up there and even along the top there. How beautiful that is. Makes you want to smack your lips on that. I don't know. I just have this thing about glass, guys. Hey, Facey Ace, welcome in. We're showing glass. I have to wash my hands for sure. I think I cleaned off half their dust. But now we're moving on. That's more of the cups. Now, where's my? I had some jewelry and I had something else. Now, I wonder where that went. Hang on just a second. Okay, let's see here. Unless I don't think there's an extra bag out in the car. There was this box. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Now, I know I had some jewelry. And if they forget, I don't know, I could have forgotten it. I thought I had, it could be in the car, I bet. Let me see if I can't get a hold of Shannon and send her on a wild trip to my car because I know there was some jewelry and some other stuff in there. Let me see if I can't get her. One way to get your kid is call him. Let me see where she might be, just over there in her room. Let me see if she'll pick it up, the phone up. Her phone, that is. Shannon. But yeah, this has such beautiful color on it to be the age that it is. I hope they didn't forget my.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a.
They never set their voice. Hang on just a minute, guys. That is driving me nuts. Hey, Shannon, are you down here? Shannon. She's in her room. She's about to kill me because I think she's in the bath, I guess. But we hit the highlights, just saying. So we are going to have. I bought this. It's really cute. It's like a Santa suit. It's got a hood on it. It's got the sleeves, and it's got. That's okay, Brian. I spell things wrong on a daily basis. But yeah, there was some jewelry and must be, hopefully they didn't forget my stuff. So yeah, I think I had some jewelry. Some of it, I think I had a green turquoise bracelet that was the, I'll have to search that out, but you saw most of the good stuff. And so, yeah. Kerms, Herman, and Gorsh. Boy, that's quite the handle there. Gorsh. So I'll have to check that out later. But I know I had some other stuff. But this is what we're looking at for next Thursday. And plus, there may be other surprises that you haven't seen yet as I look around the room. So it's going to be another, as Ed Sullivan said, it's going to be a real big shoe. Yeah, isn't that? I cannot believe the color on that. I'm sitting here in awe. But yeah, there's your pedestal right there. Nothing to speak of on the bottom. But I thought I seen a flea bite somewhere, but no, it was just the reflection of the light. But yeah, I don't see how these things survived all those years being, a lot of times, a lot of older people pass away. Like this probably came from someone's great grandparent, and then they just donate their stuff. They don't stop to think, well, that's that could be worse than much. They don't. A lot of people don't appreciate the finer things in life, and this is one of them. And a lot of people, they were probably left some property in a home, and up way up there in the attic there was beautiful things that they thought, well, I don't want these things, so I'm going to donate them. That's where I come in. The Pearpoint Glass Company is, hey, R&R, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. Romel has the most relaxing voice. I was up at 2 something in the morning, and we was looking at watches. And the Pearpoint Glass Company is the oldest glass company, founded in 1837. But yes, Romel, we have some really fancy smancy stuff going on here. Look at that. We're talking about the cat's meow. And then we're all investigating this mark. It is the mark of the K. So I thought this was very interesting because of the way it came down and went out to that. But this is Ambergina, and I think the pattern is Daisy. Isn't that amazing? I told him, look out, because here's, hang on just a second. Hello. Don't worry about it. I think I had another thing out in the car, but don't worry about it. I don't want you to go outside. I figured you was in the tub, so I'm still up here on the online. All right. Bye-bye. That was Shannon, and yes, she was in the bath. But man, y'all don't want to miss this next auction. I'm telling you, the stars will align that day. And when I say sparkle and glass, I'm not kidding. Because we're going to have this beautiful Anchor Hawking set with that blue cast to it. And I do have 2 additional bowls out there in my trunk that are larger than that. Just an amazing vintage pattern on that one, guys. Now, you'd be all that a bag of chips drinking from that. I think you should put, when you use this, you should put your little finger out. It's definitely pinky notable. What? Oh, you like that, Brian? and it's blue. You're like, listen to that little temptress. Let me get something white. But you can see that it is the most beautiful baby blue going on in that. See the edges on that? Pinkies up. Yep. That'll probably be me when I'm 90 and dressed, decked out in jewelry and my little thing right there with my finger pinky out. It reminds me of myself. Yep. But I just thought this vase was just so amazing. Now you want to talk about something nice. And what I found was so neat was that clear bottom right there. Minnie, you missed this one? Oh my goodness, we must tell. This is for one thing, it's really amazing for one, and let's look in that gallery and go back to it. Let me find that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There she is, or he, or whoever. But yes, this is beautiful. If you think it's pretty now, you ought to see this thing in person. It is the cat's meow. So, what this is, let me make sure I got the right one. It is 13-inch art glass vase, free blown. So somebody definitely knew what they were doing when they blew the hand art glass vase, free blown. Not only did they have a lot of wind, they added color in there. It would be really interesting to go to somewhere and watch them make this really beautiful stuff. Then there's the underside of your thing right there. It's just gorgeous, very colorful. Okay, Brian, I sure will. And thank you for doing that. Just look at the beautiful colors. This is modernist, is what it is. There's your bottom. Kind of reminds you of jelly beans, doesn't it, in a way? Started in 1837. But yeah, that's amazing. It has that real nice ruffling around the edge. And like me and Brian discussed, I thought it was milk glass. No, it's not milk glass. But it is really something. It's a big one. So beautiful. All the beautiful colors and the wisp and stuff like that. It's just really amazing. So, like I was saying, I will be on with Nana Tink on Sunday, where you get the 30-minute slot and she'll have a bunch of people on. But the goodness is saved for you guys. I got to sell them that they probably have never seen, but this thrift and that will be reserved for you guys because I can, right? Can you dig up some antique ornaments for the next sale? I can try, Minnie. I haven't seen any antique ornaments, but wouldn't that be a find? I'll have to keep my eye open, Minnie, because you never know what someone may come across. But yeah, those, shoot. I may have some around here. Who knows? Or some that look antique-ish. But yeah, I think the ornaments like that are really special. I really think that, like your Victorian and all that good stuff, I think I think I may have lived in those times because I'm so drawn to things like that. I'm just an old soul, I guess. But yeah, that would be a find to find antique ornaments. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But yeah, as you can see, your girl's going to be bringing it. And I mean bringing it. So it should be very exciting and to be, like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff. But yeah, I like to I periodically stop in there because look at that punch bowl. You just don't know what they have. And I think also I don't know what this is. I'll show it to you guys. I'm not for sure. You're right, Minnie. There is a white swan. God, Minnie, you got the memory of a steel trap, girlfriend. I thought my memory was good. You're right, Minnie. You are totally right. I'm not for sure what that is, but I didn't get the chance to show you guys that. It does have that handle, and we'll make a picture of that and see what it is. Who knows? Let's take a quick picture. You're right, Minnie, because I remember that. Minnie must have a photographic memory because she's right. There is one around here somewhere. I can see that in my mind right now, and I remember it too. We'll see what this little doodad is. Of course, it is glass as well, and it's a little on the dirty side, but I bet those glass beads. This was made, and then the glass beads were added later. Yeah, is it on? Many, I don't believe it or not, I don't even have a tree up yet. I've got my pink tree down there, and I don't know if I'm going to bring up my deco mesh tree or not this time. So, Minnie said, "Don't be no Ebenezer Scrooge. Bring that tree up and behave yourself." So, this is a. Oh my goodness, it's better than I first anticipated. Yeah, you get to when there's nothing that I enjoy more than sharing information and you guys giving me information. Uh-oh, Trish has a eureka moment. It's a John E. Kemple Abergina found it. So Trish, how are these pretty valuable? Yeah, she Trish she looked until she found it, said she wasn't going to be beat by the simple letter K. So this is a no way. Look out. This is an imperial candlewick heart candle holder circa 1947. Look at that. It's from 1947. Imperial candlewick is what that is. Mercy. We're talking 1947. John E. Kemple Glassworks haven't found the value yet. Yeah, I learn, and I learn right along with you guys. It seems like each piece begs a question, but this is an Imperial Candlewick Heart candle holder. No, it's not. Hang on, guys. Back that up a little bit. This is not a candle holder. That was a candle holder. But hang on just a second here because the one that I was looking at had a thing for actual quote unquote. Let's go back and look again. It's probably from the same I would say from the same, go back it up, back it up. There we go. Let's do that thingy again. Because the one I seen actually was, it had a thing in the bottom. So I got the wrong one. See. Let's see what Etsy has to say about that. Now that's weird because it says it's a candy dish, beaded edge candy dish with handle, booby glass, boopy glass, candle wick, nappy, trinket dish, soap dish, candle holder. I didn't mean to say booby, it's boopy, not booby. But that's what it is. It's that beaded edge glass candy dish. It's a trinket dish, a soap dish, a candle dish, you name it. You could put it where you wanted to, and yeah, we do learn from each other, and it's just amazing to dig into the past history of glass and who made it and what's the most rare. It's fun, guys. It really is. You learn a lot on YouTube from different people, and you're able to, and when you're out and about and you see something, you're able to kind of apply what you have learned. John Kemple, 1945 to 1970. He had a pretty good run, didn't he? Minnie's going to make me turn this little room upside down. I need to I've got a thing over here with some crochet thread and it belonged to my mother-in-law. And I've been crocheting again. And I've got some gifts for some people. I go from one project to another project, and I've been working on my other candy cane so I can get lights on it, so I can put it on each side of my door where the long glass windows are. Then I've got a real pretty wreath that I'm going to have to hang on the outside of the glass, and it's got snow. I'm going to put snowflake lights on it. And I used to be, when we first moved here, we used to hang those icicle lights out there on the eaves of the house, and there was stuff everywhere. And as you get older, you like to. I found one that looked similar, $80. Woohoo! And we used to do all that. And as you get older, it's so much fun putting it out. But when you go to take it down, it's like, did I really put up this much stuff? But we used to really, especially when we first moved here, it was. Okay, Minnie wants to see my Minnie. As a matter of fact, one of them's for you. If you guys will excuse me for a moment, I'll go downstairs and get those. Look at this. Look at this beauty while I'm away. Accompanied with that, I'll be right back. I'll be back. Okay, guys. And while I was down there, I found something else. Okay. We sure don't want this messed up. Okay, guys. While I was down there, I did find something else. So, I'll show you this. Look at this. And yes, it is vintage, and how beautiful. Lead crystal. You're fine, Trish. We all like that. You know, everyone likes to know. Isn't that gorgeous? Look what a beautiful footed bowl that is. Lord have mercy. It was downstairs in a look at the rose pattern. Do we Google this? Let's Google it really quick, and then I'll show you what I've made thus far. Now I'm curious. Let's see what we got here. Let's take a picture's worth 1,000 words, they say. So, this is really a beautiful bowl, guys. It is amazing, and it's lead crystal. Let's see here. No. Go back. And let's take a look. Minnie does. She loves those little pieces. Oh my goodness. I like to build the intrigue, you know. Let's see if we got the right one. It's got a rose on it. That's different. I can tell you right. Oh boy, here we go. I found it. Well, wah, wah, wah. It's no longer available with the person that had it. Okay, it's vintage, but it was sold. Man, they tore that up. Let me go back and see if I can't find some more information on it, because whoever Etsy, they had it listed on Etsy and they sold it. Yeah, research is the history of things is very, very interesting. Very. Now, where did that go? Yeah, because you know, the more curious you are, the more you learn. The more you learn, it's really fun to look back in time. Etsy had it. Where? Huh? This may be a. Where's it at? I know it's vintage. I see it again, Etsy, but you sold it and there's no description. Yeah, Brian, that's a good idea. Birdhouses are really popular. And that is a good hobby. You know what? To do that. Man, I can't find the information on it. I know it's vintage. It's amazing. It has roses right there. Isn't that? And look at that. Man, they didn't spare anything on detail. That looks like a queen's bowl. And shelves. That's handy as well. You never know, Brian. You might get you put some of those items up for sale, and you never, because people love the bird houses, the Martin houses and stuff. And you might sell a bird house and say, well, I do shelves too. Just don't go into no old lady's house and let her take advantage of you. No, I'm kidding. He said, I can't believe she said that. You know how these older women are. They get the. Welcome back, Miss Laura. I have been crocheting like crazy. There's one of them. Isn't that beautiful? It needs to be, I just wet these and then I pin them. So this is one. Yeah, Brian, don't let them be touching up on you while you're trying to build a shelf. That's beautiful. And guess what, Laura? This is going, if I can get it to you in time, this is going to be yours after I pin it and get it stretched out to wait. This will be yours, Laura. But I need to trim it and wet it and pin it out. But that's Laura's, and I did make that. Minnie, don't get upset now. This, it will be yours, Minnie. Look at the heart. That is Minnie's. There you go, Minnie. Yours has hearts in it. Fear not. I got you covered. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that something? That is yours, Minnie's, and I will take it. I don't, they tell you to wash. I don't use any kind of, I just take it and wet it and put it out on, I've got this big gigantic box with wax paper covered, and I wet it and I take it and pin it out. Of course, this one will be bigger, Minnie, and it does have hearts on it, and that is yours. I did make a backup. I'm so guilty of overdoing things. Thank you, Sissy Winks. Oh my God, this is pink, you guys. Look at the pink. Minnie, do you want pink or do you want white? It's up to you. Maybe I made the pink not thinking that I'll give you a choice. This is pink. You have your choice of pink or white. Heck, who knows? You never know. I'm just crazy enough to send both of them. I so enjoy crocheting, and this is the pink. And I crocheted those myself, and they need to be, I do not use starch. I take them and wet them, and I pat the water out, roll it up in it like a hand towel. Then I take it and put it on my box that I made with wax paper and take pins and pin every detail out. Isn't that gorgeous? But Laura, this one's yours because I've never made Laura a crocheted item before, and I wanted her to have that. And I will pin that out. And guess what's coming your way? A crocheted goodie. But I sit and just crochet. I enjoy it, and that will be for Laura. So that's one other talent I possess. I do crochet. My mother-in-law taught me. She was left-handed. I'm right. And thank you, Brian. There's not anything that I won't try at least once within reason. Within reason. So yeah, I figured you would, Laura. I need to get your box, but yes, I thought they're both nice, but I'm impulsive and I'll go through Pinterest and I'm like, I'm going to try that. But isn't that beautiful? And I've got my little tags that say made with love that I'll attach to that, but that one's yours. I do enjoy crocheting. I think we're only limited to the things we haven't tried yet. Like I couldn't make jewelry like Laura does. You're very welcome, sweetie. I couldn't do that, but having a hobby's really good. Like birdhouses, oh, Brian, he's making birdhouses, and they're popular because people do like to watch birds. And oh, thank you, Brian. That's amazing, and that's something good. And you could sell those. Just don't let some old woman get you in her house and take it. No, I'm kidding. I always tease Brian about that. You know how they get. Brian's probably laughing. But yeah, there are older people that say like a husband and a wife, they can't do things anymore and they like things and they get someone to make them something, like simple maintenance. That would be a good because a lot of people can't do certain things and they're looking for people. I can't work with that type of yarn. I just use the 4 weight and make afghans. I'm finishing one up for my sister-in-law. Yeah, there's a lot of work in those afghans. But yeah, I could just imagine, Brian, when spring comes, well, even in the wintertime for the little birds. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while, Brian, to get those little details done. But like people like birdhouses in the spring and birdhouses for the wintertime for the little birds to get in there. And a lot of time a friend of mine had a bluebird birdhouse for the bluebirds, and she had to keep the mommy bluebird had babies and she had to keep running off this old. It was another type of bird that kept trying to get nosy in on the babies and everything, and she had to run it off. Yeah, winter is the best time to put out for birds. My feeders are full, refilling them all. Yeah, the birds, especially when it gets cold and they don't have any, there's no nothing green. Yeah, it'll keep you. Brian, I'm sure you can all those because I know a lot of people love birdhouses. And a friend of mine's got this big bay window and she's got this tree out. She's got her bird houses hanging where she can watch the birds and stuff. Every now and then she has to go out and with a BB gun and warn a hawk because the hawk will come in and it'll hurt the other birds. And so you go over there and you just look out there and you see all the cardinals and everything out there eating. And yeah, yeah, a person can be creative and just, I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. But yeah, that's a nice little hobby there. I did find a place to get my boxes. They have them all in real nice little metal type bins, and you just get in there. And that lady, I asked her about the boxes. She goes, "They're back on the side. Don't make a mess." I said, "I promise you, I won't." And you can go in there and pick your boxes and all that goody stuff. And I cannot believe that Christmas is so close, guys. It's crazy. Yeah. He said mom would want him to do it. Right. Yeah. Well, I believe if you have a talent, you need to use that, and people need to encourage that because it takes if you got something on your mind, it takes your mind to a whole new place, and it really is. But yeah, it's going to be a glass fandango come Thursday. And like I said, I do get these. You guys say a prayer that those teeth come in because on his very last day, the dentist he's retiring. That's his last day. He's going to put these in. I think the teeth will arrive on the 19th, and they want me to come in at 3 o'clock. And they probably said, "Well, I'm not going to have her come in too early because she done said she's not a morning person." I can only do embroidery, but this cross stitch took me forever. Did a Christmas table runner. It took me 2 years to be to the date mom passed away. Just could not finish. Yeah, sometimes we get distracted, and sometimes these things take time. Look into the ground feeders. They're not easy to find. Look into ground feeders. They're not easy to find. Plastic ones are cheaply made but necessary for doves, crows, and quail. Oh, I've never heard of a ground feeder. Yeah, he all he's got to do is there's healing caps right now on those two. It's just pieces of metal over that, and then he'll put my teeth. He'll put those in there, and it'll be done. Thank goodness. I don't see how people back in the day. I asked him if he'd ever did a mouthful of implants, and he said he did two in his whole 40 years, and they put them post all the way. Oh my God. And then they snap in. Now they only have like three little spokes that they put in, but I couldn't imagine the pain that would be if I had a root canal and I had a bridge, and because they have to root canal, they have to go through that tooth, and I had a three-tooth bridge, and that tooth broke off even with the gum. So I had to have it cut. I had to have that cut out, and it came out easy. I'm glad he didn't have to really dig too bad, but yeah, I had two root canals fairly close together, maybe 4 months apart, and yeah, it weakened that tooth and it broke right off even with the gum. And he was able to salvage the back tooth so he could slide that on. But if you ain't got nothing there, there's nothing to put a bridge on. So implant city. So I mean, there it can be, and you have to go in. They got to put them posts in there. Then you got to heal up. Then you have to go back in. They put healing things on top, healing things over top of it, and then you go back in to get those pearly whites. But mine's right back there. But I tell you, you never know until these kids. They need to know how valuable those teeth are because I'm telling you. Oh, and many said I had a dental implant put in 2 years ago. It came unscrewed recently, and the dentist office that did it says the dentist retired. Well, many the first thing you need to do is find another dentist. Ask around if you have any nearby friends who's a good dentist. And you didn't swallow that, did you, Minnie? It came unscrewed. Usually, what they do is the way my dentist said that they will put glue on the thing and they'll screw it in right in there because there's two posts. Implants are more like iffy the older you are. After menopause, there's a significant bone loss. Yeah, Trish, they went ahead and looked and seen if I had appropriate bone structure because I'll be 61 in a couple months. And they said it was all good. So they went in there and put those in. Yeah, you can use fingernail files to sand that corners of things. Oh, yeah. Yep, there's all kinds of coarseness of sandpaper. But yeah, I tell you, I would have never had it done if I would have, if that tooth hadn't have broke off. But I had to have two root canals fairly close together. The first time I believe so, they put a bone graft in there. But I know dentists will put it back in this area, told to go back to the dentist who put it in. Well, tell me retired. Say, surely to God, there's a dentist out there that has the ability to help you. That's crazy. That is really odd that they won't say, my God, man, don't you know that people get older and retire? They want to work. Now, I do know a guy that did root canals that worked until he was 70 in his 70s. But is it on the bottom, Minnie? On the top? Is it in the back or the front? Oh, yeah, they paid for it. I'll tell you what, the teeth that they can make those teeth for little or nothing. Now, whenever you have to go through, they have to have them, made and stuff like that. But yeah, it's expensive and it's not getting any cheaper. I think we've got like $3,000 a person on dental a year, and that's a lot of money. That's why we get our cleanings. It's best to get your cleanings every year. That way they can, if there's a problem, they can fix it before it becomes a real expensive problem. And yeah, I had them two root canals about 4 months apart. And man, I'll tell you what, when you have a dead tooth, it hurts like the dickens. You know what? It really does. And I come in there and said, man, what is going on? He said, your tooth is dead. I said, he goes, you're going to have a root canal. So he set me up with a good guy that didn't even feel no pain or nothing. And it's getting worse. I think that, the older generation, that they should help them a little bit more because, the prices of everything is going up, and, people can't afford to have all that work done. They ought to give breaks to these older people that have worked all their life that need a little help, you know. But yeah, dental work there's a fortune up in here, and I'm not kidding. Also paid cash, expensive. Top right, you can't see it well when I smile next to back molar. Okay. But still it's a pain because there's a void there. You've got that down in your jaw bone right there. And so yeah, there's a fortune in this mouth. The next dentist I go to, I'm going to say, put your sunglasses on, Sonny. You're about to be looking into a fortune. And that is a fortune in there. So you'll be looking at a gold mine, and that's very true. There's a lot. Well, you know how vain as females are. Say, put your sunglasses on, Sonny. You're about to look right into a gold mine. You probably laugh. I already know who I'm gonna. There's a one dentist is like that was recommended is like 30 to 40 miles away, and I ain't driving that, and that's one way, so I'd much rather go like 15 or less. Yeah, you're right, Trish. I'm telling you what. Like I said, my father-in-law, he passed away a couple years ago, and he said you go in there and open up your mouth, and they see a gold mine, of all the things they want to do. But a lot of these fellas do retire. We kind of don't think about it until you know we think everyone should be the same age they were when we first met them. But what Mother Nature gives this father time definitely takes away. you know. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to go down there and rustle me up. What did I have for? Oh, I had chicken tenders and something else. I'm going to go down there and rustle me something up. After next week, I'll have something to chew. I mean, I can chew fine, but it's kind of nice to have those extra incisors right there. So thank you guys for being here. Like I said, Thursday's going to be amazing. We're going to have major stuff. It's going to be even better than the one before. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. And I will read up on that stuff that Brian said. I appreciate everyone being here. Love you guys. See you next Thursday at that auction. Sparkle with glass is what it says. So I will see you guys later on. Thank you for the hearts. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.